We already know that the magnitude of displacement is less than or equal to distance traveled. The magnitude can be smaller than the distance, but it can never be greater. So when are the two quantities equal? Imagine standing on a straight road. You walk 10 meters directly to the right, without turning back. Your distance traveled is 10 meters, because that is the total length you walked. The magnitude of your displacement is also 10 meters, because your final position is 10 meters from your initial position. Here, distance traveled and the magnitude of displacement are equal. The reason is geometric. Your actual path lies exactly on the shortest connection between the initial and final positions, one straight line. Now change the motion. You walk 10 meters to the right, then turn around and walk 3 meters to the left. The motion still follows the same straight line. There is no curve and no detour. But the distance traveled is 10 meters plus 3 meters, which equals 13 meters. Your final position is 7 meters to the right of the start, so the magnitude of displacement is 7 meters. The path is straight, but the two quantities are not equal. That means straight line motion by itself is not enough. We need one more condition: the body must not reverse direction. In other words, the body must move along one straight line and keep progressing from its initial position toward its final position, without turning back. That is the complete condition for equality. If the path curves, distance traveled is greater than the magnitude of displacement. If the body moves on a straight line but reverses direction, distance traveled is again greater. Only when the body follows a straight line without reversing are distance traveled and the magnitude of displacement equal. The physical picture is simple. Distance traveled equals the magnitude of displacement only when the actual trajectory is exactly the straight displacement arrow from start to finish. Any detour away from that arrow adds extra length. Any motion back along the arrow also adds distance without moving the final position farther from the start. Consider 3 examples. First, a person walks 5 meters straight north. The distance traveled is 5 meters, and the magnitude of displacement is 5 meters. The path is straight and there is no reversal, so the quantities are equal. Second, a person walks 5 meters north and then 5 meters south. The distance traveled is 10 meters, but the person returns to the starting position, so the magnitude of displacement is 0. Third, a person walks 3 meters east and then 4 meters north. The distance traveled is 7 meters. The displacement is the straight diagonal from the start to the finish. That diagonal is the hypotenuse of a 3-4-5 right triangle, so the magnitude of displacement is 5 meters. Again, distance traveled is greater. So if a problem asks whether distance traveled can be smaller than the magnitude of displacement, the answer is no. Distance traveled is always greater than or equal to the magnitude of displacement. Equality occurs only for motion along a straight line with no reversal of direction. If this explanation helped, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave your physics question in the comments. We will do our best to answer it.